This offseason will be felt a long time in New Orleans. It's kind of like getting a tattoo. You know what you want, but will it be a work of art or atrocious? If the Pels front office artist David Griffin messes this up, they could lose Zion Williamson someday like they did Anthony Davis. Speaking of AD, imagine the moves they can make with all the picks they got back in that deal, or for trading away Drew Holiday. This video explains all the big decisions. If New Orleans wants to make Zion a champion, they need to plan ahead. Hey, it's Casey. Welcome to AM Hoops, 9 a.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday. That is worth a subscribe. 5 videos per week on this channel, and 30 videos now in the off-season playlist. Yes, the New Orleans Pelicans are our very last team. So if you've got a favorite team, they have an off-season plan in that playlist. Go check it out. Now on to the Pelicans. And their off-season basics: cap space, no money. Of course, the normal exceptions we always talk about. Draft 13th overall. They have 9 first-round picks the next 7 years. Their needs: defense, shooting, relevant free agents. Derek Favors, eats one more. Brandon Ingram is a restricted free agent. But first, managing Zion. Yeah, we'll get to trading Drew Holiday, Brandon Ingram's deal, but let's not lose sight of the biggest guy in the room. The Pelicans' potential is directly tied to Zion Williamson. If he can't manage his body, the Pels should continue to sit him. Look, as frustrating as that has been, they have no choice. When a guy is 6'6", 285 pounds, but moves like a guard, there is so much potential for injury. Ligaments and soft tissue are the same no matter how big you are. So the bigger you get, the more potential something tears. The good news here, though, is their new head coach, Stan Van Gundy. He's already making moves with Zion in mind. New Orleans just hired an assistant named Bob Byer, who specializes in developing big men. I mean, this entire franchise is geared toward maximizing Zion's potential. And if he can, and he can manage his body, the sky is the limit. So this offseason, I think Zion, besides his body, should work on these 2 things. Number 1, he's got to be a better rebounder. Look, it's not a sexy topic, rebounds. But because he tries so hard for the fast break, the Pels are susceptible to offensive boards. Can you imagine Zion grabbing a defensive board and setting up the offense? That's in his skill set. Number 2 is shooting. His 4 3-pointer debut against the Spurs was ridiculous. Zion took less than 1 3 per game the rest of the season. Combine that with a lack of dead-eye shooters around him, except for JJ Redick, and defenses knew his game plan. If he adds more of a shot, though, defenders have to step out, and he can drive to the bucket and get to the line easier. Last year, he only hit 64% of his free throws, so Zion must improve that shooting to fulfill his potential. So now, with the rest of the plan, and before we get to trades, it's Brandon Ingram's contract. Lucky for his bank account, the ex-Laker broke out last season as a first-time All-Star. He scored 24 points a game, hitting 39% from deep with over 4 assists. Should they offer him the max? Well, the best players in the league are two-way players. Giannis, Anthony Davis, Kawhi Leonard, Klay Thompson even. Brandon Ingram is a one-way player. I want to say no, do not give him the max, but they have no choice. They could let a team with cap space pay him, like the Hawks or the Knicks, but who would New Orleans replace him with? They don't get big-name free agents. Maybe playing with Zion will appeal to big names in the future, but right now, Ingram is the best use of that money. This is how we get non-elite players getting paid the max. Harrison Barnes, Andre Drummond, Andrew Wiggins. Those markets, like New Orleans, don't get a LeBron James in free agency, so they take what they can get. So, with Ingram out of the way, what about Lonzo Ball? He's up for an extension, and I would be happy to pay it. Lonzo was so good last year, finally healthy. His three-point shot has gone up every year in the league, from 30% to 33%, now 38%. He only missed 9 games all season, but most importantly, his best games were with Zion. The love connection between those two is a thing of beauty. Before the bubble, the Pels had a 115 offensive rating and a 99 defensive rating when they're both on the court. That's elite. The only question is how much will Lonzo accept? Clearly, they're going to try to get him on a team-friendly contract. I think the offer will be like 4 years, $60 million, which Lonzo might feel disrespectful as a former number 2 overall pick. I would pay him something like 4 years, $75 million. And if he wants to turn that down and bet on himself this last year, more power to him. Also, another ex-Laker, Josh Hart, deserves an extension too, and I think they will get that done. Before any trades take place, there will be the NBA draft, and at 13, the Pels should get Aaron Nesmith, a forward from Vanderbilt, and here's why. He's arguably the best shooter in the draft, and he's an athletic 6'6", 213 pounds with about a 7-foot wingspan. So why does that guy fall all the way to 13? Because he's not much of a ball handler, and while he has defensive tools, he didn't defend well in college. Still, those are things that he can improve in New Orleans. The bottom line is his shot is NBA ready, and they need to surround Ingram and Zion with shooters. But their quickest route to improvement is through trades. The Pelicans possess the biggest realistic trade chip, Jrue Holiday. I did an entire video on Holiday trades, but let's look at a few more. Holiday is a former all-star and elite defender who can play make, shoot the three, and score from close range. He's under contract at least 1 more season, probably 2. Bottom line, this guy has value. The Pacers trade Miles Turner, Doug McDermott, a lottery-protected first for Jrue Holiday. First off, how awesome would it be to have 3 Holiday brothers on the same team if Justin returned? The Pels do this to get a shot-blocking / 3-point shooting big next to Zion. Turner is under contract at $18 million a year. That is a team-friendly number, and it's valuable with Ingram, Lonzo, and Josh Hart getting paid. Doug McDermott is the Pacers' best 3-point shooter, hitting about 2 a game at 45%. Jrue not only would reunite with his brothers, but he would be a backup if Victor Oladipo leaves. And Turner didn't mesh well with Domantas Sabonis starting anyway. Another potential trade is the Dallas Mavericks giving up Tim Hardaway Jr., Seth Curry, and the 2022 first for Jrue Holiday. New Orleans doesn't get a potential star back here, but they do get 2 starter-level shooters. Hardaway hit 3 trays a game at 40%. Curry hit over 2 at 45% from deep. This would be an amazing trade to spread the floor for that offense. Hardaway has 1 year left, so the Pelicans would get cap relief a year earlier. On Dallas, a Luka Jrue Holiday backcourt would be lethal. Adding Jrue to this lineup would get Dallas out of the first round at least, but it would also take them out of the Giannis Antetokounmpo sweepstakes, so I'm not sure how likely this is. Look, the Pelicans have a bright future, but that future starts right now with an important offseason. They need to make the right moves in trading Jrue Holiday and deciding who to pay. Support AM Hoops and click subscribe. Don't miss a daily NBA video.